let's see what we got today. Okay, longest subarray with maximum bitwise and. You're given an integer array nums of size n. Consider a non-empty subarray from nums that has maximum possible bitwise and. In other words, let k be the maximum value of bitwise and of any subarray of nums, then only subarrays with bitwise and equal to k should be considered. Return the length of the longest such subarray. The bitwise and of any of an array is the bitwise and of all numbers in it. A subarray is a contiguous sequence of elements. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. It has to be the 3, 3 because 3, 3 is binary of 1, 1. And if you do bitwise and of that and 2, it would just become 0, 1. Maximum possible bitwise and of a subarray is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, it should probably be just 4. Maximum subarray with bitwise and of 4. So we just return 1. Interesting. Consider if you do a bitwise and with a number and a number smaller than it, it just becomes smaller, right? So like if you have a binary number that's like 1, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0. So the bitwise and would have to be just the biggest number in this the streak of the largest number in the array, I think, because anything else would be anytime you do a bitwise and of anything that is not the biggest with something smaller than it just becomes a small value. So I think this is just going to be the streak of the maximum. Max val equals max of nums for let's say the streak for every value in, let's go, so index n equals length of nums for every index in range of n. I'll go streak is initially 0. If the value at this index, so nums at index, is equal to the max val, streak plus equals 1, answer equals 0 initially, else streak equals 0. And I think when I reset the streak, I can probably, before I reset the streak, I can probably say answer is the maximum answer in the current streak. No, that's kind of bad, because there's probably going to be a lot of times where you reset the streak to 0. Maybe I should do it here then. Whenever I increment, probably less likely to occur. Okay. What the heck, man? How could this be so slow? I guess maybe I don't need to do, I guess taking the max value of the nums array is probably, you could probably do it without that pass, maybe. Okay, let's try without doing a pass for the max value. So I can do something something like streak is equal to 0 for every val. I'll keep track of max val initially be nums of 0 for every, maybe not that actually. Let's say it's initially 0. Is nums positive? Nums is positive. Okay. For every val in nums, if val is equal to max, oh my god, why is this so complicated? Val equals max val, and the previous value is equal to max val. If val is equal to max val, streak increments. Okay, I think maybe I can do max val equals val max of max val and val if, say, streak is equal to 0. If val equals max val, streak increments, else streak equals 0. And somewhere in here answer needs to be maximum as well. Streak answer something like that. Oh, lovely. Okay, so every value in nums, the max val is that if the val equals the max val, increment the streak. Is it going to increment the streak correctly? So it should, if the previous value didn't work, then the streak should be currently at 0. If it is the same, then no, okay, yeah, so yeah, that's not going to work. The streak could be incrementing. I mean, if it's something like this, then it's saying that the streak is 1 here, and then a streak is 2 there. Okay. If val equals the max val, okay, let's go with another type of statement here. If the value is greater than max value, then the streak is equal to 1, max value equals value, else if the value equals max value, then streak should increment. Is that right? The value is greater than max value. Otherwise, streak is reset to 0. The answer should probably start with 1 maybe. And here I can say the answer is equal to max of the answer and the streak. Yeah, I'm not sure about this logic at all. Oh, this should be else if. Whoops. Do, 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 do. Oh my god. It's getting worse. Okay, let's think about this. If the value is greater than the current max value, the streak should be set to 1. Change the max value to be the current value. If the value is equal to the max value, then should it increment? Probably not. It should be the value is equal to the max value. Like it could be, when would this not work? Okay, let's just go through the test case. So here the expected output is 1. The streak was huh. Should have been 1. Really? 96317. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This thing is bigger, right? I see. Okay, yeah, it's the streak of the like it shouldn't be the streak of anything. It should be a streak of it should be the streak of the current max val. It should be a streak of the current max val. So if the value increases, the streak needs to go reset to 1 and the answer needs to reset to 1 as well. Yeah. Okay, well, faster, I guess. How to make this better? So streak is 0. Max val is equal to 0. I wonder if I should just wonder how long it takes to actually do the one pass of finding the max val using max. Okay, let's just see it. Max of the nums array. Okay, let's actually. Okay, I'm just gonna try to do it one time. So streak is equal to 0. Max val is equal to max of the nums. And then for every val in nums, if val equals max val, this is what I had before. Streak is incremented, else streak is set to 0. Streak is incremented or else streak is set to 0. And I need to do an if statement for the answer, right? Like I have to do answer is equal to max of this. I guess I could do an if statement here if streak is greater than answer. Answer equals streak. Or an answer, where usually answer is equal to 1 maybe. I think this was my original way of doing it. Or something very close to it. Okay, yeah, I guess using max is probably not the way. Like, I don't know. Very similar code. Streak. Okay, is there a better way of doing this? Streak set to 0, or streak is incremented if value equals max val. I mean, I guess I could do something like streak is equal to streak plus 1 times the difference. If value equals max val, if I do max val divided by max val. Alright, I give up. I think this is pointless pointless attempts at trying to make something slightly more optimized when it should be, when it's pretty optimized, or we're dealing with marginal benefits here. Okay, summary. Summary. This is pretty simple. Problem is greatly simplified with the understanding that bitwise and of a number and any number different will always, bitwise and of two different numbers will always reduce the larger value. So for example, if you do bitwise and let's say 16 bitwise and with 15, that's going to be 1 0 0 0 in binary. Ones, twos, fours, eights. So that's that 0 1 1 1 1, which equals 0. 1 2s 4s 8s, yeah. Thus, to have maximum results of bitwise and need to can only strictly perform operation on max value of nums array. So problem is essentially to find the longest streak of max value in nums array. So to do that, keep a streak counter, iterate over the values, find max value, do a pass over all values, or use max function, max on nums array, and then do iterate over values and counting streaks of max value, increment if val equals max val, or reset streak, and or reset the streak. Yeah. Return the largest streak found. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Time complexity, this can be O of n to find the max value and or iterate over values to count the streak. Space complexity, this should be O of 1 as no extra space is needed. Cool beans, much easier than yesterday.